Hello, hello from Vlor, Albania, or as they say in Albania, Persian Deti. So we're here in Vlor. We've been in Albania now for about 41 days, almost 6 weeks tomorrow. And we started in Tirana, and we stayed a couple of weeks there around Christmas time and New Year's. And then we transitioned over to Durrës for a couple of weeks, and now we're here, and we're going to be here a couple of more weeks before we head to Saranda. So we're going to be making some reels and videos that we'll post on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. But what was there anything you wanted to talk about Valor or what's going on here?
Well, currently we're in Flore. We've been here about 2 weeks and love every second of it. It's like being in Hawaii to me. Um, it's a beautiful promenade. You can walk all the way to town or walk all the way to the other end of the beach. It's very safe. It's beautiful. It's off season, but it gets high up to 62 degrees, very comfortable, beautiful beach and palm trees and mountains. Um, the food here is amazing. There's Sunset Beach at this end that we can get a pizza, a huge Greek salad that we split, a half a liter of wine, bread, all for 1,600 lek, which is $16 plus tip if you want to tip. Um, or you can have the traditional Albanian food like for guests, which is cottage cheese, tomatoes, and peppers. That's outstanding for what, like maybe 400 lek, $4 for
Yeah.
a big clay dish full of for guests, or stuffed peppers. It's amazing. I've been to many of the shops. They're all wonderful. And we've walked the beach several times. And we met a couple, an expat couple, as we're walking down the promenade. They have a New Orleans jacket on, and I'm from New Orleans. He's raised in New Orleans. And we're like, hey, are you from New Orleans? And they moved to Vlore, Albania. Just happened to meet them right there in front of us on the promenade. So I'm having lunch tomorrow with the women expats that are here in Vlore that I can't wait to meet the other ladies. So we're having a wonderful time here and plan to be here, another 10 more days before we go to
10 more days,
Saranda.
yeah. Yeah, there's a large
It's
expat community here. In fact, in all the cities, Saranda, Vlore, Durrës, Tirana. Um, in Tirana, it was there right at Christmas time and New Year's. So Skanderberg Square was filled, for the Christmas
It
market.
was amazing.
Yeah, it really was.
Beautiful music, beautiful traditional Albanian music, rock music. We'd hear it every night from our beautiful Airbnb. And we hear in Durrës, we heard the Adriatic Sea. We could hear the waves crashing from our Airbnb bedroom. And we have a beautiful Airbnb here in Vlore, right looking at
Right here on the
on the
promenade.
sea, on the
Yeah,
promenade.
we were, it's off season, right? So during the summer season, these areas, the beach towns will be packed, right? Like Gatlinburg in summer. Um, but during the off season, you can get a fairly inexpensive place. And we were very lucky in Durrës because we chose the Volga Promenade, which is closer to town and the port, and everything there was still open. The stores, the grocery stores, the restaurants, the gift shops, things like that. The Durrës Beach, which is to the south, I'd say about 90% of the things were closed for the season, and there was a lot of construction that goes on during the off season to get ready for the summer season. So, I mean, there are people that stay down there and they enjoy it, but I think for us, the Volga was better because we were right up by the sea and we could hear it. We could just open the door and hear it at night.
And all the shops were open, the restaurants were open in the Volga area in Durrës, and we found our favorite forst-dinner. We ate there almost every night. It was the best.
Yeah, very good.
But my favorite part about being in Albania is no car. We can walk everywhere. Anything you need, you walk. We've walked as far as 8 miles sometimes just for
we
fun.
did 13 one day. Yeah.
Yes, and if you don't want to walk, you just catch the bus, and the bus stops right here. I can see it from here, and it runs like every 20 minutes. So it's like I can go to the shopping stores, or there's a mall. We can go to the other end of the beach, which there's a casino, but we hadn't been to the casino. But it's just amazing.
Yeah, it really is. And the bus, the local bus, the city bus, is just 40 lek, which is 40 cent, right? And which is a pretty good deal. And let's see, where else have we been?
This weekend we caught a bus for 500 lek each, which is $5 for a 2.5 hour ride on a bus to a city called Berat, Albania, a UNESCO World Site,
Heritage Site. City of a Thousand
It was like
Windows.
a fairy tale.
Yes.
It was just beautiful, living castle that we walked the walls. He tried to find tunnels. You just explore. Nobody stops you. You go wherever you want. And then we went to the city and looked at all the old houses on the hill, the Ottoman houses, and crossed both bridges in Berat that separate the two hills, the steep hills full of houses, 1,000 windows.
Yeah. So this is pretty much just a get acquainted video to kind of tell you what we're about and where we're headed. In a couple of weeks, we will head down to Saranda and spend close to a month there. And we'll start posting individual reels and videos on Facebook and YouTube, just to tell you more about these, our
Albanian adventures.
Exploring what lies beyond.
What lies beyond. Also, I must add, David got a $2 haircut. A very nice haircut. 200 lek. Unbelievable. But I had a manicure yesterday that normally costs about $45 to $50. She did it over 2.5 hours. $7. 700 lek. I gave her a little tip, but didn't have to. She didn't expect it, but it's just unbelievable.
Yeah, and we'll get into that when we get into the videos, the culture here and the value. There's a lot of good value for travelers, especially if you're coming from the United States and you're used to the high prices and the bad tasting food. I think when you get here, you'll be surprised at how inexpensive the value that you get for your money and the taste of the food. It's like nothing at home. It's crazy.
I mean we're addicted to Greek salads. It's amazing. Everything
is so fresh. And you can you can buy things in like a traditional grocery store, but they're smaller. But the way things are done here is, if you want fish, you go to the fish guy. If you want meat, you go to that store. If you want bread or pastry, you go to those stores. Milk, you go to those stores. And you can get those things in the smaller grocery stores, but if you want the fresh right from the farm, then you go to those specialized vendors for those things.
But there are shops, markets, pharmacies on every corner. The pharmacists are so nice and helpful. If you need a prescription, you just show them your prescription, they'll give it to you. And just everybody's so friendly, very friendly.
Yeah. I mean, like for instance, for the value, we get every couple of days, we get a loaf of bread at the baker. It's 70 lek, so it's about 75 cents. And it's fresh baked that day. Sometimes it's hot, warm when we get it, and they slice it for you for free.
Right in front of you.
Right in front of you. And then you take it and bring it home. And everything is very, and fruits and vegetables. They're on the street.
The fruit stand
on every corner. Yeah.
Olives. Yeah. Mandarins.
Everything is fresh, right from local farmers.
Very cheap.
It's very good. So anyway, so we'll add more to YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram Reels here in the future as we show you more about our travels throughout Albania.
And thanks to our daughter Rebecca for getting us going. Go.
Yeah. So anyway, as they say here, we'll say goodbye, or as they say here, Miru Pafshim. We'll see you later.
Miru Pafshim. Bye.